You can do the intro this time because your mouth is full. No, I'm kidding. I'll do it. Hey,
Welcome back, everybody, to another amazing, awesome, exquisitely explicit episode of John Talks to Lamb, Lamb Talks to John.
Exquisitely explicit. Should we get our one allowed swear word out of the way now?
Fuck it, why not?
Wow, just like that. You disappoint me, Isaiah. You disappoint me.
I just want to start off by saying, I just need you to understand that whenever you're mean to me, this is who you're being mean to.
I would bully that child. Yeah.
You're a terrible person.
That child looks like he deserves to be bullied. He looks like he smells. He looks like he wears his gym clothes under his regular clothes.
Well, you'd be incorrect because that hasn't happened in his life yet.
He'll
He's
do
just
that
a normal
later.
kid at that point. This is like second grade Isaiah, the innocent one who wasn't tainted by life and its horrendices?
Yeah.
Horribleness.
Horrendices, yeah.
Horrendices, yeah.
You know, there's only a couple of things that I really want to do in my life. One of them is be thrown simultaneously and throw somebody through a window in like a bar setting, you know? The
Like
other
an actual one or like a movie set?
It could be real, it could be fake. It doesn't matter. It's more the experience of hurling someone through a window. It could be sugar glass, it could be real
We could
glass.
probably make it happen somehow.
I mean, it's on the list. The other thing that I really want to do is, I don't know if I want to be trapped in the locker, but I'd like to trap someone in a locker. You know, just like lift them up.
Hey, I'll trap you in the locker, and that's cool with me. I can't fit in the locker first and foremost.
Well,
Second of all, I have claustrophobia.
What kind of enjoyment do you think people really get out of like wedging people, giving them a swirly in the toilet? That seems to have fallen out of fashion, by the way.
Well, of course, that's disgusting. It's
I
about
hope so, yeah.
superiority,
That's
and
it.
knowing you have power over somebody else.
Pull their pantarinos up, and then you go.
But
like,
also, a lot of them, they get bullied at home, so that's all they know how to do to other people.
Oh, so
their life is miserable.
Them, and then they wedgie other people.
I mean, that's the nicest way to put it. Yeah.
Is wedging a taught skill?
Yes.
How?
Yes, it's a learned skill.
Wedging? Yeah. How do you learn that?
Well, it really depends on, the person who's doing the wedgie, person getting the wedgie, and the kind of underwear that they have.
Okay, no. Well, you got to go a little bit further back.
Like
on
briefs,
right? Like, okay, say you're like a middle school kid. You've never been wedgied, seen someone wedgied, or
Me.
like, yeah, sure, right? But like, you've never even seen like a TV episode where somebody wedgied someone, because that's got to be where it like came from, right?
I think it came from the trope of like nerds like having high-rise pants and like tight belts, and their underwear was slipping out of it, like over the top.
Okay, sure.
And so
and some bully's instant thought was, I gotta pull that thing up.
Look, it's something I can do. It's there. Let me just yank.
I guess it's a similar situation to like having a ponytail, when somebody just pulls on a ponytail because they can.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't think that wedging would be the... I can understand like putting someone's head in a toilet. That's like naturally kind of a gross thing to do. Like what's the worst thing we could do to somebody in a bathroom?
Whoever did that, they absolutely hated that kid. That's beyond bullying at that point.
The worst thing that you could do in a bathroom is maybe pee on somebody, and I think it's a crime. Swirling, I don't think that is a crime. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but
I mean, I guess maybe depending on if there's anything in the toilet, because at that point that's like biological warfare.
That's true. Yeah, you're breaking a Geneva Convention for sure on that.
Exactly. I'm trying to find out where wedgies came from.
Fair enough. While you did that, I can yell about my so far going horribly day.
John's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
Now, to be fair, this is not the worst day of my life. I'm just having a bad day, despite the fact that I'm trying to turn it around by emotionally eating, and I'm having a good time right now. But I had to go take the dogs to get groomed this morning, and because people have been rearranging the room where we keep the leashes, I have no idea where the dogs' leashes are or were this morning, and I had to wake up at 8:30. On a Saturday, unheard of. Waking up at 8:30, I'm already tired, and I go in there to grab the leashes. No leashes. I go, all right, well, maybe they put them like in another room, or maybe they're on the table. Surely there's someone somewhere obviously around here, right? Go
Mhm.
try and find the leashes. No leashes. Like, all right, I'm running out of time. Running out of time. I'm ready to go. Let me make one more sweep for the leashes. No leashes. I leave. Of course, we end up being late by 5 minutes. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm peeved at myself and whoever moved the leashes, because one of the only things I despise in this world is searching for something that I know has a spot. We have a jar. I guess it's a jar. It's a bucket. It's like a ceramic thing that we put the dog things into, and that thing sits right inside of where the stand-up freezer is. It's great. It's right there. It's been there for years. Who moved it? Sorry. That was the thought that was going through my head this morning, right?
He's about to crash out for real.
I woke up and went into fight or flight mode, and I'm like, I'm gonna fight something. Anyway, I have to carry the dogs, which is fine, but they're a little bit rowdy, and you got to kind of wrangle them a little bit. The leashes make it a lot easier. Get them dropped off, blah blah, doing all that stuff. I'm out. I come back to the house. When I'm tired and I'm driving, I get very short with people.
As most people
impatient,
do.
right? I tend to accelerate very quickly and stop very quickly when I'm tired. So that is always stressful for me, because I'm going, why are you doing this? Relax, chill. You're going to be at the house in a little while. You have an hour to sleep before you get to do this, what we're doing right now. Come back to the house, kind of sleep a little bit. This is even worse. I barely slept much last night. I woke up at like 3. I woke up at 4. It was a bad night, right? It's fine. Wah me. Finally, fast forward to, I do get to sleep for maybe 20 minutes. And then I wake up and I'm like, all right, well, I should get ready for the podcast. I should eat before, because I've learned my lesson. Every time we do this, we start when I'm supposed to eat, and then we end like 2 hours after I'm supposed to eat. So it's like, it's fine, right? I'll eat beforehand. I said, well, I don't want to eat like a whole meal. I'll eat some oatmeal. I have oatmeal. I have milk. I have protein powder. I'm going to try and finally make like my cool protein oats that everybody's been telling me to make. And I don't really know how to do it. So I'm like looking at a recipe, doing all this stuff. I put it in the microwave, and they're like, cook it for a minute and then stir it, and then cook it for another minute and then stir it. I'm like, I know if I cook it for another minute, there's a chance it's going to boil over. So I really need to watch it. And I put it in for that third minute to I stir it and I put it back in there. And then I get distracted by, I don't even know what. And I look back over into the microwave, because I'm standing there watching it, because I'm like, it's going to boil over. It's going to boil over. And I look back and it's boiling over in the microwave. And I'm like, damn it. Why can't this day go better?
It's fine. It's fine. Listen, it's only 11 o'clock.
I know.
Surely I can more than half a day left. And, we can't always have good days.
I know. But this is supposed to be my first off day. I worked every day this week. I've been locked in. I'm for some reason eating a ridiculous amount of carbs, so my weight's really up for no reason.
For some reason?
Just in general. It wasn't even crazy. I mean, yesterday I had a regular meal, 2 regular meals, and then some sort of snacky stuff. I didn't break the bank in terms of calories. All I did was eat 400 grams of carbs. And every carb, I think, is like 3 grams of water. And so that flushes out of your system eventually. But artificially, you're higher than you are. So mathematically, looking at the calendar, I should be down 3 pounds. Instead, I'm up 5. Well, so it would be 8 overall from where I should be if the math is correct. Which means I need to do a whole week of low carb to get rid of all this water inside of me. If I would, this is assuming if I was doing a show or had I don't know, an event that I'm going to, which I do. I do have this. Oh, I don't know if I've told this on there, but I got invited to a wedding in 2-3 weeks. Sorry. I get invited to an engagement party in 3 weeks that has now been called off for familiar reasons. Yeah. It's still happening. It's not an engagement party anymore. It's everyone was already flying in from California and everywhere else that they were. So those people that are
We're
still
still gonna have the
coming
party,
are still coming.
but it's not an engagement party anymore.
Yes. And that
Oh
means that
boy.
that's kind of my next big event.
Outing.
I've also never so you remember how you met your was it your people in your Japanese class or something like that you'd only been online friends with and then you all met up?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same situation. I know 2
Oh.
people in this group, and it's my D&D group, and there's like 7 of us in total. So
Mm-hmm.
this is gonna be my first time meeting like 5 of them, or however
How
many end up
wait?
coming.
How did you guys become friends before D&D? Or do you guys become friends because of D&D?
Kind of, yeah. I
Okay.
know the DM. He's been my DM for a very long time, which is why I got invited to
Right.
play.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that he was recruited to run the game was because our mutual friend and his friend group wanted to run D&D, but they were going to pay a DM, like
Mm.
on one of the websites that you could do that on. And my friend that's been a DM was like, "Why would you do that when I'll do it for free and we'll have a great time? We'll be able to hang out." It's like, cool, yeah, yeah. So friend recruited DM friend recruited me, and now I know all of these random people, and somehow got invited to an engagement party, and yeah, now I get to go and meet these people, and
Mm.
so that's kind of my next. I tend to set weight loss goals for myself. That was my next goal. Was like
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be happening at the end of this month. I'll go and do that. I'll lock in until then. And that's, I think, let me check my calendar
Your
because I'm
calendar?
pretty sure that is 1, 2, 3 weeks away from now,
Yeah, actually.
which means I have to, I don't know, lock in that last week and go low carb if I'm going to keep doing this craziness to myself where I'm eating a lot of sodium and I'm not even eating off plan, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just eating a lot and I'm moving more and I'm exercising more. So it's on one hand, I am losing weight, which is not losing weight. I'm sorry, I'm losing fat, which is great because
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting on muscle, but also retaining a bunch of water, and I can feel it. I can feel the swelling,
Oh no.
which is never fun.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, it's just that's just yet another reason why I'm having a bad day because I was like, surely I did okay yesterday. I moved so much, like that was like a record for me on a regular day. It was like 1,200 calories of active movement and working out, and I got in like a bunch of gaming time, and it was lovely. I worked, it was fun. I had a whole good day yesterday, and then just woke up this morning and was like, can't find the leashes. I weigh an extra pound. I burned my oatmeal. Like, this is not going well for me. Let's
It's
turn this
fine.
ship
It's
around.
okay. That's what we're doing here. Would you like to have a laugh?
I would love to have a laugh. Yeah, what you
All
got?
right. So I have
Knock,
current event
knock.
things.
Okay.
So me and Chris's 1-year anniversary is coming up.
Hey, congratulations.
And so I couldn't remember exactly when we started dating, but I knew it was
Yes.
before what's today?
Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it was before Valentine's Day.
Okay,
Because I remember
right.
specifically we had not been dating that long, and I kind of went a little overboard with it. Because it
I
was
do remember you telling me about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that whole thing. So then we hung out this last weekend. No, it was on like Monday or Tuesday. We hung out.
Okay.
We also hung
Sure.
out last weekend, so that was kind of cool. So we hung out twice in a week. It doesn't happen very often. But yeah,
Adults,
we hung out, and I was just like, hey. So we've been dating for almost a year, but I don't remember the date when we started dating. And he didn't remember the date when we started dating either.
Oh,
but we both
okay.
knew it was before Valentine's Day. So we decided, you know what? Let's just arbitrarily choose Valentine's Day as our anniversary date.
That's nice. Yeah.
It just kind of fits. It kind of makes sense. It's even, whatever.
Thematically, I see the connection.
Exactly. So I go to work the next day. And I tell Chanel that, and then the next day I tell Anthony, and like I'm making jokes about it or whatever. I'm like, yeah, kind of a bad boyfriend for getting our anniversary date. He goes, y'all were dating before that, and I was like, no, we weren't. What are you talking about? We started
Like
dating like
officially, or
the week before Valentine's Day. He goes, well, when did you start this job? Because I started this job after me and Chris were dating. Chris started dating. I started this job in like the first week of February last year.
but that would be okay. That would
So
be
that
about
would technically be around the same time.
now. Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? That kind of makes sense. I go back and I look at my calendar for last year. January 31st was my interview for this job.
Okay.
And if I put in 2 weeks, that would mean I either didn't start until Valentine's Day or the Monday after, which would have been 14, 15, the 17th of February.
Oh, I see the timeline. Yeah.
So I was like, wait, okay. So I'm trying to figure out if we didn't start dating, or because if I started on February 17th or the 14th, and me and Chris started dating before that, it could still be, in that first week. So I'm going through messages trying to figure out, like, when did we start dating? Because now I'm freaking out, because now I'm even more of a bad boyfriend. And I do, like, the little search thing, and I look up something. I think I just looked up boyfriend or whatever. And I'm just scrolling. And I found the text where I told Chanel we were officially dating. January 18th.
That's like a whole month before the Valentine's Day.
This was last week when we had this conversation.
Okay.
Which was, the beginning of February. I'm thinking we haven't hit our anniversary yet. At that point in time, we had already hit a year and like 2 weeks of being in a relationship.
Wow.
And I'm like, dang. Because in my last relationship, I was the one who always knew the date of everything.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And I would always hold it over my last partner's head, be like, dang, that's crazy that you don't remember. And now here I am, just like, dang, I don't remember the date. Oh, well, let's make it February 14th. Oh, hey, so fun fact, it was actually a month prior to when we thought.
I guess you could, no, there's nothing really happening in January. So January. I guess you now know the official date, right?
Yeah, and that funny thing is, that's also, I have 2 friends whose birthday is that day.
Oh, wow. That's
so
fun.
It kind of triples up at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm a bad boyfriend. I don't remember dates apparently.
I don't know. I'm just I'm surprised that you were able to recall the text.
I just looked up boyfriend. I looked up dating. I looked up together. I looked up official. Like, I looked up everything. Then I was like, okay, let me try boyfriend. I know I text boyfriend to him so many times in the last year. So I was scrolling until I saw like Chanel's messages pop up, and I go,
oh yeah, okay.
Wait a minute. That's it.
You cyber stalked yourself, basically.
Listen, I like to get receipts and or find or do research on things often and getting like proof of things. This is a normal Tuesday for me, especially when it comes to recalling information.
See, this is why you use the calendar app. My brain, I can't function without the calendar app anymore.
You know what? Let me go ahead and put that in my calendar now.
That's a great idea. And additionally, put the year.
Yeah,
you're not gonna think about that. I have a bunch of birthdays in my phone. Then I'm like, hey, this is somebody's birthday, and then that kind of comes around, and I'm like, oh, congratulations! Now you're 20 something. And if I had I know they told me last year, and I'm definitely not remembering that. I should have written it down, and now I do. Every time, I learn that new piece of information, then I go, all right, it's this person's birthday, and then I put a little parentheses next to it, and I put the year that they were born. That way I can go, all right, now I know exactly what time it was. So what you should do is date, and then put the year, right? That'd be what, 2025. There you go.
That's a good idea.
Now you know when your 10-year anniversary is 2035.
Fair enough.
What do you think is going to be different in 2035 from now?
I don't want to think about that. It's fine.
What? I don't think anything's going to be different. Well, no, I shouldn't.
We're just gonna stop. We're gonna take that conversation and put a pin in it and circle back to it later. Well, because I don't want to think about that right now.
You don't want to think it's going to be Terminator City?
I can't even think about what tomorrow's going to be like, John. Okay.
It's Sunday.
Life is rough.
Doing anything. You doing anything on Sunday?
What's tomorrow? Sunday?
Yeah.
Figure something out.
It's a Super Bowl. You watching the Super Bowl?
Oh, maybe. I know my roommates are probably going to be watching it. Nice. I might be. Oh, we're going to pivot real quick.
Okay. Pivot away for the future.
I've been very productive this week. whether
Great.
it's work or personal projects.
Okay.
For my chapter, for my comic book, I've
Yeah.
completed the next half of the next chapter.
How many chapters are we up to now? 4?
We're only on chapter 2.
What? I thought you completed the second one.
No, we're on the second one. How do I explain this? Because Webtoons only allows you to have 20 megs per chapter per episode, I kind of try to split it up in 20 something pages. So like the first 2 things I uploaded were the first chapter, just split into 2 parts.
Oh,
I guess
okay,
I could make them chapters like that, but that's because eventually I want to find a better place where I can just post the whole thing, so then it's all right there together. So it's like, oh, this is all chapter 1, this is all chapter 2, but I finished the first half of chapter 2.
I see. Okay.
And I did that last weekend. I think I finished it on Monday, posted it on Tuesday. But when I lock in, when I'm in my flow state, I go crazy. Because that Monday, I started at about 11 p.m. and I didn't go to bed till 4 because that's when I finished making the comic. I had to go to work at 8:30. By the way, I was up by 7.
Those work hours are crazy. By the way.
Oh, it was not fun, but it was worth it in my opinion.
What we sacrificed for art, I suppose.
Exactly. But I had made like 15 or 16 pages that day.
Whoa! Wow.
Which, thinking about it, doesn't seem like too much, but when you have to get the game, make sure they have the right things for you to do, get to the right setting, focus on trying to make the lighting work, get them in the right poses, get them in the right angles. You have to keep switching. You have to keep going back to the character select screen to switch between characters that are in the scene.
Right.
You have to get the right shots. You got to take the picture, put it in your art program, and then manipulate it to fit to make panels that you want. Add all the extra stuff. Add the outlines, the dialogue, the text bubbles. Add any post effects that you want to put in there. Make sure everything is the continuity is still there. I mean, I don't have to, but that's just me being anal about it at that point.
Hey, you're a filmmaker.
Exactly. The amount of time and effort it goes into making one page work is a lot.
Yeah.
So imagine doing that for like 15 in a row.
Yeah.
It was fun, but also every time I've been making a new part of a chapter, I try to get more ambitious in one way, shape, or form.
Oh, sure.
So like in the original one, it was very bare bones. You know, you had your people, they were having their little fight. I just took it, I just had it very plain, simple how it was. The next chapter, same thing, but we played a little bit more with some effects. We played with having speech bubbles of people off screen, having conversations and stuff like that. There was a funny bit in there. This last part played with like angles and distance a lot.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And like people in backgrounds versus people in foreground. There's a part where the main character, he gets knocked away and he breaks through the comic book panels.
What?
It's so fun. It's fun to do.
You put meta in your second chapter?
Oh yeah, because it's supposed to really display, dang, he's kind of getting his ass beat.
Okay, cool.
And the start of the next chapter is going to do the same thing, but instead of just breaking through manga or anime, what are called comic book panels, he's breaking through the panels as well as different settings at the same time to show how fast and how far they're going.
Okay, sure.
It's a lot. It's very ambitious, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, you're developing I don't know if it's a brand new skill, but that's how you get better at that skill. Is you go like, well, I've done this, but what if I did this and then one step and then one more step? Yeah,
that's how this is going. By the time I finish this this whole series, I'll be a whole new person, and I'll have mastered how to use this program.
Graphic designer.
Exactly, but like, because like I'll just have this idea, and this is how I am with all of my stuff. Is I'll have this idea, and I'll just go, how can I make it work? And either I'll make it work, but with hard work and determination, or I don't, and then I get burnt out and I get mad. Usually it's the first one, and I'll just be like, how to do this or how to get this thing in this program. How do I make a shatter effect so I can on this program, stuff like that. Yeah. And just sitting here learning. And that's true passion right there, brother. The other thing was after hanging out with, or when I was hanging out with Chris, we were going through my gallery because I had deleted TikTok. But I had saved a whole
Nice.
bunch of TikToks over time, so I was going through and like putting them in their own folder, and we were kind of watching them, or I was showing them to them rather
Wait,
as I
have
was
you
going
still
through them.
deleted TikTok or is it back?
No, I deleted TikTok.
Oh,
But
good.
like this, I saved the downloaded the certain TikToks over time,
Mm-hmm.
and all of my TikToks that I had made as well.
Hmm.
And so every time I found one that I wanted to share, I would just go like, "Look at this! Look at this!"
Mm-hmm.
And there was some clips in there from a scene from Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z with Gohan and Majin Buu when they're about to start fighting or whatever.
Okay.
Or no, this specific scene was Super Buu was tweaking out and about to commit kamikaze.
Sure.
And so that was I had downloaded that a long time ago to my phone because back when I was like really wanting to try voice acting, like that was my main thing. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to redub over this and try to mimic
Oh,
their
wow.
voices, do things like that.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
told him that,
yeah.
and he goes, "Why don't you do it?" And I was like, "It's not really in my passion right now." He goes, "No, do it
Oh.
right now with me right here." I'm not doing that with you here. That's scary. But then the
Yeah.
next day, I got home from work and I was like, I could. I mean, what's stopping me from doing it?
True. Yeah.
And so the problem with that is I didn't know what I was doing at
Hmm.
all. And so I was like, okay, I could just theoretically, I could just record my voice lines in Audacity and then just slap it over the video. Then I was
Right.
like, but that doesn't feel like an authentic voiceover experience. So after lots of research, I went to the amazing world of Google and tried to figure
Right.
out how I could do like dubbing work or voiceover using DaVinci.
Right.
As you know, DaVinci Pro or DaVinci, what is
Resolve.
it called?
Mm-hmm.
DaVinci Resolve, yes. And everybody kept talking about all these little different plugins or add-ons,
Oh, yeah.
programs. Oh, you got to use this specific thing that's built into it. I couldn't figure out how to do it, and I'm just clicking around trying to figure out something, and then I accidentally click
Hmm.
onto the. Hold on, let me make sure I say it right. I accidentally click onto because it's in the audio section, and I
Okay.
accidentally click onto the ADR tab, which that's
Oh.
literally what it's for.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, wait a minute.
That's one of the reasons that I don't like DaVinci is because it's the hugest learning curve of all time.
Oh,
I thought
100%.
Premiere was bad, but I think I got that out of the way when I was in high school, so I didn't have
Yeah.
to worry about that.
DaVinci doesn't even come with a tutorial or nothing. Even the tutorials
No.
don't help at all.
Not at all.
But I've been learning how to use DaVinci now because
Nice.
of when I was making my did I show you my my anime intro for the comic book?
I think so. Yeah. Well, you showed me like the first minute of it because you're like, this back half is
Oh,
special. We don't. I don't want to
I'll
spoil
have
nothing.
to I'll have to show it to you again, but I was using DaVinci Resolve for that. So
Oh,
learning how to
nice.
do that for video was already crazy. So now I'm
Yeah.
learning how to do it for ADR and audio. But I
Oh,
have so
yeah.
far managed to redub 2 different clips.
Oh.
One from that scene from Dragon Ball, and then one from a scene from Naruto, where it's revealed that Toby has been kind of playing everybody for a fool. Because
Oh.
he's
Okay.
like kind of like a gag-ish character. He's just there causing not even chaos. He's just there being a goofy guy.
I see.
And Sasuke, he kills his brother, and so they find out, and he goes, "Oh my god, I don't believe it." Kidding as he's looking at the camera. Well, you think he's looking at the camera. He has a mask on, but he's like
Okay.
kidding, and then his voice completely changes to
Oh.
something extremely menacing, and we find out that that's the same
Oh.
voice as one of the big bads in the entire series.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And we
Okay.
slowly learn that he's been orchestrating this entire thing, this entire show
Mhm.
from before the beginning. But there's even
What
more plot twists that
season?
happen later. This is Naruto Shippuden.
Okay.
This is before the Great Ninja War arc.
Yeah.
Which is the
all
last
of these
one.
words are pretty.
This is
going
what
over my head.
two arcs before the final, or 1 or 2 arcs before the final arc.
Oh, so pretty deep. Pretty deep.
Yeah,
in.
so at this
Okay.
point, it's like we're seeing all the puzzle pieces fall into place now. We're starting from that
Okay.
point,
Okay.
essentially. It could be
Cool.
even
All right.
further back than that, but it's maybe halfway through the Shippuden series.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a whole
Okay.
bunch of plot twists. But I dubbed over that. I dubbed over the fight or the beginning sequence with Gohan and Super Buu.
Okay.
And so I showed it to Chanel, and she was shocked by how I did one of the characters' voices because she's like, "That was you." I'm like, "Yeah, that was me."
Nice. There you go.
I showed it to Chris, and he was like, "Dang, that's like spot on." And then he was
Yeah.
like, "It'd be cool to see like your take on things." And I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of
Ooh.
what I want to do, but as of right now, that's a lot of work because it took so long to just do this part already."
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm gonna go back eventually and do that. I showed it to my cousin as well. She said the same thing. And so I showed it to Anthony as well. He said the same thing. So now I'm unfortunately, I now have to divvy out my attention to that as well now. So other things are either going to get neglected or not get worked on at all, such as the D&D campaign. I have not touched it since that one day.
Hey, that's the beauty of the project. That you put it on a standby for a little while, you come back to it when you feel that emotion. You've looped back around to the voice actor project.
Yeah, the main one, the big thing.
And
speaking of the D&D thing, I've talked to everybody who I would want to like play, and everybody said they would be down, but like scheduling might be an issue. And I was like, it's not going to be a thing for at least another couple months, if not until the latter half of this year. Because realistically, I could throw you guys into it, but it is so incomplete. It wouldn't even be worth it.
I feel that. Yeah, that's my trepidation. Finishing out the second campaign of Anio. Third one's not done. Not even close.
Just take a break.
Have
go on hiatus.
3 beats. No, somebody one of my current players texted me. They're like, "Are you doing another campaign after this?" Because they have like a character that they have in mind. I'm like, yeah, the setting is there, but there's going to be like a month break, at least a month break, so that I can actually build out, because I have to build out all the characters in there, the towns, devise the plot, not the plot, the encounters within the plot, tie all that together, and then figure out however the ending of Lowvale is going to impact it. So yeah, the months break, yeah, for sure.
Definitely,
this would probably be like an end of summer project, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, we're gonna pick this back up in the fall. Yeah, honestly, that's not a bad, like, what is it? I don't know when the TV schedule is, right? But like, say you release your pilot, right, the like first episode in the fall, and then you run through the spring, and then you're off in the summer. It's kind of like, if I have my scheduling down, that's like what's going to happen. Is I'm going to be running episode 1 is like fall 1st, whatever day that happens to be, right? But then we run through winter and through the spring, and then all summer I just write and just burn rubber getting this next campaign done.
Fair enough.
Hopefully.
What was I gonna say? I was thinking more so like school schedule, because school runs through fall, spring, and then you have summer off for sure.
Yeah, I think some TV shows are only like 12 episodes, right? So that's like maybe 12 weeks, which is maybe a season.
Yeah, that's what, 12 weeks. That's like 2.5 months, 3 months almost,
somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's sort of weekly schedules, yeah, I can see that happening. D&D takes a little bit longer, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
I mean, it took us 2 years to finish our first campaign.
Probably, yeah.
Although to be fair,
it took me way less for this last one, and
that's because they're just running and gunning.
No, well, they're
slowing down now.
It was half them, half me. I didn't want it to be a 2-year arc.
I guess that's fair.
I only have so many 2-year arcs in me as a human being. I got to get that down to par.
Well,
so
listen,
4 to 6 months.
We helped you flesh out a lot more of your world than you thought you were needing to.
That is true. Same with this
and
group.
That's actually is what led to all these other campaigns happening. Totally.
Yeah. Y'all, no ideas up. I'm just a big old air brain, and then y'all play stuff, and I go, oh yeah, I should do that. No, I got to figure out. I'm actually excited because the villains in Lowvale, I think they have the upper hand.
Oh.
Which means I get to. It's a little hard for me to figure out what I want to do, because as the villains, I have a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
and I need to kind of crash the ships into each other, metaphorically.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to figure out how to do that. And I have a lot of options. I have too many, which is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, yeah, I don't want to go on too long about this, but I do have one main problem right now, and that's the fact that I gave them a DMPC. I don't know if you know what a DMPC is, but that stands
Dungeon
for the
Master player
Dungeon
character,
Master
yeah.
non-player character. It's a character that is with the group that is basically just a character I'm playing.
Oh,
I didn't do it intentionally. I had no intention of this guy turning into that, but he has.
who is it? Is it somebody I know?
It is. You met Levi in like your very last session. The one that we
Oh,
had like
okay.
impromptu.
Mm-hmm.
He has become a DMPC, and I
Just kill him
didn't
off.
mean for it. He's critical
Just
to the
kill
plot.
him off.
He's critical to the plot. That's the problem.
Well, here's the thing. Just kill
Yeah.
them off and make them have to find another way to get through the plot.
Well, I have an option out that I need to do. I just realized that it was such a problem in like the last two encounters because he was there and he's like a 10th or 12th level NPC.
Good
Because
lord.
He's like a king, or he was a prince back in the day. And so he was like a really high level character. And when I originally wrote him in, his whole purpose was to be stuck operating this device that helped the MacGuffin. So he was like there all the time, but he wasn't actively helping the people. Then they destroyed his connection to the MacGuffin to help him escape. And he was like, I was like, okay, well, what does this character do now? He kind of has to tag along with the squad and help them do what they need to do. And luckily, they're on board with his plan.
So that way he can get to the MacGuffin again.
Yes.
Okay.
If they weren't on board with his plan, it'd be so much easier for me. But they are on board with his plan. So he's basically just tagging along with them and like doing MacGuffin stuff while they're fighting the monster that is like trying to stop the MacGuffin stuff from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so it just ends up being a problem because he does hit really hard. It's like, why doesn't he just help kill the monster and then sort out the problem afterward?
You got to figure out why.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe it's a
like,
time constraint kind of deal.
I know what my next thing is. I gotta get him away from the party. That's just what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to have him captured or have him go like, you have got it from here. I need to like focus on the project overall. Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't want to harp on that too long because that's a very specific problem, a very specific writing problem that I'm having to deal with.
Fair enough.
Oh boy,
I know for my campaign, there's gonna be DM NPCs for sure.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Well, specifically two of them. Because you're kind of so the way that it's planned to be is a one shot into a campaign, and they're part of this one shot. They're very integral to the one shot, and basically are like kind of a driving a story force for the players. But in order to get to that point, they got to get through a lot of other stuff beforehand. And so I'm kind of hoping that as the game goes on, the players might forget about the main objective until the main objective comes to find them. But I haven't played the way I haven't planned it out is to specifically make it to where they can't proceed towards the main objective for a while because they have to deal with a lot of the things that they're starting off in one place and they can't leave that place essentially.
Right.
And in order for them to continue on with the main story or the main objective, they have to get out of this place and they have to figure out how to do that.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot of obstacles in the way. There's a lot of ways that it could go, et cetera, et cetera. But the very first campaign is, or I guess, what constitutes a campaign? Is it just like the story, or is it like an arc? Is it like a location related thing? Or
I mean, I would define a campaign as anything longer than a one shot.
okay,
That's the reason they call it a one shot, because it's like a one and done thing.
mm-hmm.
Now, granted, a one shot can also be, you could stretch that to like be 3 sessions, right? If it ends up being that. But then you're stretching the definition of a one shot rather than a campaign.
Yeah.
But to me, a campaign is like I don't want to put a minimum number, more than one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, because like you have the Kind Islands campaign, right?
Right.
That's that. All those islands. That's one specific campaign because that's one big overarching story. I guess I also have that same thing, but just one big country.
Right.
Because I guess the main objective from the very beginning of the Kind Islands was to help with the not inauguration, but the
Pretty much inauguration. Yeah. The
okay, help with
ascension
the
ceremony.
inauguration,
They're
the
choosing a
ascension
king
ceremony. Yeah,
or a ruler.
you're the main quest for this group or for my players is going to be find the twins.
Right.
And in order to find the twins, you have to get out of this country. In order to get out of this country, you have to go through various towns and stuff, and kind of go through that.
Right.
And you're kind of starting off stuck in this one town, and you have to figure out how to get out of there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know if that one town would be its own campaign, or if the entire country would be considered a campaign, since the main goal right now is to get out of the country.
That would depend on you as the DM / scheduler.
Mm-hmm.
If you want it to be one campaign, you could call it that. Yeah. And you could do campaign 1, getting out of the town. Campaign 2, being stopping the volcano from exploding, or whatever, whichever step that is of plot.
Who knows? It could be the next one. It could be 5 down the line.
Right, exactly.
Depends on the players. Okay. Yeah. But that's kind of where I am with that. I'm still working on that. I need to talk to you about that some more and how to just like make quests and world building and like make things more fluid. I've talked to Anthony about it, and he's all about like environmental storytelling.
Sure.
Versus like just telling you stuff, like it's more about showing things and kind of having the players infer some things instead of just like, oh yeah, this is an important building because it is, and here's the lore behind it. Instead, just like have a whole bunch of people like maybe like outside praying or worshiping to it, and you can kind of infer it's some kind of religious symbol, or maybe there's like a deity in there or something like that.
Yeah. I like that concept.
Yeah.
From personal experience, does not work with every group.
That is also fair.
A lot of players, I guess it's hard to sort of box people in, but some players are more, but it's going to sound bad, independent thinker than some other players. Like if you're coming from, say, like a video game background, right? 99.9% of video games, you don't really have a choice, or you have like a fake choice that, you're like watching you're seeing the like 3 options ahead of you. Turns out all 3 of those options basically do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
D&D, that's one of the reasons it's so crazy, is that it's like you have those 3 options and literally unlimited amounts more that a lot of players
aren't used to.
Yeah, they see those 3 options, and then they see that, well, I mean, maybe how I imagine in my head is they see those 3 options that you, the DM, are presenting to them as like, here are 3 choices, with the implied or whatever you want to do is also on the table. But they see those 3 choices and they go, well, these are the only 3 choices. Let's do one of these 3.
That's very fair, because a lot of times when you try to do whatever you want to do, it doesn't end up very well. In my experience.
That turns around on the DM. The DM's got to be able to yes and without it ruining their story.
Yeah, because like with this first one, it's a very political based one.
Sure.
There's 3 different factions kind of trying to get or maintain power.
Yeah.
And at some point in time, the plan is to have each one of them talk to the players and kind of be like, hey, if you join us, here's what you get access to. Here's what we can do for you, things like that.
Right.
But if you don't, just know you're going to make enemies out of us.
Sure.
Enemies from us and things like that. And so Anthony brought up a good point, and he was like, okay, well, are the characters going to be heroes already, or are they just nobodies in town? And I was like, as of right now, they're planned to be nobodies. And he goes, so then why are people approaching them? And I was like, fair enough.
That's also implying that your players, at that point, I'm assuming you told them, make a hero. Don't make a villain character who's, gonna be a problem for the party. I don't
Assumedly,
recall.
yeah.
I don't think I told your group to. I don't think I gave you a lot of prompts when you were making your characters.
Mm.
These past couple of times that I've run it, I very specifically told, like, I don't care what you do. You have all this character options in front of you. You only need to have one thing in your backstory. And for the first campaign, it was, why are you in the islands? And like, why do you feel a connection to them? And they're like,
Yeah.
invent it, come up with it. For the other arc, it was, why are you in Lowvale and why do you want to cure the contagion? For the next one, I don't think I've quite figured it out yet, unless I just go with the third one. It may be a problem because I might be removing their agency
Oh
and
no.
going, this is your backstory. Build your backstory within this. Like you are
I can do
like a
that,
noble's
though.
child or something, right?
Mm.
What kind of noble is your parent? And like, how do
Gotcha.
you, what is your relationship with them? And like all that stuff. That's kind of the rough, like one of the rough background concepts for it. And I personally don't ever want to go back to going like, yeah, make a character and I'll integrate them. I'm always going to tell you, make your character. This is how you tie into the campaign. Make that fit into your backstory.
I think the way I have it right now, which I'm still definitely heavily debating on it, is your character has no ties to anything in this area.
Oh, okay, sure.
So they're a complete blank slate.
Yeah.
The other side of it was your characters are basically possessing somebody else's body now.
Sure.
And so then, but then if I did it that way, then I'd have to make backstories for all these characters and connections and things like that. So I think I might go more so the first one, or because the idea is you start off with these people,
yeah,
and then something happens and you're no longer those people as the campaign starts. And so it's a lot easier to just say you're a blank slate.
I agree.
Because they, as of right now, they have no connections to anybody in this country to begin with. They're just travelers who just kind of appeared.
Sure. Hey, you meet in a tavern that's always an option.
Yeah, it is. But they're gonna be meeting. They're gonna meet in an inn instead, or rather, wake up in an inn.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm gonna kind of thrust them into a quest from the jump. Yeah. But not like a, oh, kill the king. Just like a, hey, can you, or I don't want to explain too much. You're not gonna remember this. But pretty much the plan is to like have them all wake up, and then they hear like a bickering kind of going on, and they see or they hear like there's the owner arguing with somebody, and then the guy he's arguing with is basically like, you owe me money, give me the money by this time, or you're dead, essentially.
Sure.
And so then he's like, the owner's like, oh, you guys are awake finally, now you guys can help me out.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? And then that's when we're gonna do a little exposition dump and just be like, yeah, obviously you guys aren't from here, yada yada yada. Somebody came by and dropped you guys off at my inn last night,
sure.
And they paid for you to stay here. And they made a deal with me that you guys would help me rebuild my inn.
Oh.
And in exchange, I let you guys stay here for free. If you bring me any food, I can cook it for you, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So like they have a reason to stay there.
Sure. A little home base, always a good idea.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of like the introduction into it. And then also give them a reason to kind of help him out and stay there.
Yeah.
Because I think they're also not going to start with much, if any money, just so that they can be forced to
some sort of motivation,
explore. Yeah. But then I've been making like little quests, like the main story quests. We got side quests, we got little mini quests, things like that. For people to do depending on where they go, characters for them to interact with, and like it's not a big town, but I want it to feel full, or at least full enough.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't want to like exposition dump everything onto them,
right? Yeah,
because like I want them to find the exposition in some points. Other times I want them to the exposition to find them, essentially.
But one of the things I would recommend anybody, especially the way that you're doing it, where you're kind of writing it down as well and creating a way to rerun it, I would look at books, like pre-made campaigns, to see how they were formatted. Because most of my formatting, well, conceptually, comes from, I would say, my early days as a TTRPGer, as in Warhammer, and in the Star Wars RPG from the 90s. Both of those, because I had books on both of them, and so I was looking at the full like campaign breakdowns and the way that they had it all structured out. There was a lot more, what do you call it, narration involved, where they would go, they would like, here's a description of the like what you as a DM are like visualizing. Read this aloud to your players. I don't do that because I'm mainly writing this for me.
Yeah.
But if I ever, attempt to publish, I will probably need to go back and put in some story beats to kind of help guide things along. Because I really did enjoy that, right? With like, if you walk into the town and you see like these theory, like I don't even need to think about it. I could just look at the pre-built little thing. Like there's an inn over there. You hear the tinkling of that blacksmith hitting that piece of hunk of metal he's working on, right? So yeah, I would just pick, I don't know, an old or a new campaign that you don't have any interest in playing, and just like see how they formatted things, because they do it very well.
Yeah, that's a good idea then.
And just copy their stuff and dump in all your things. Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll have to give it a look-see.
Oh, I do. Before we get too late, I do. I texted you last night when I was organizing this for the day. Should I just read the text that I wrote? Maybe that's my way to get it.
Just read it.
Right. Okay. Right. This is what I texted last night. This is 9:30 last night. We had just finished watching a movie, and I said, I just unknowingly watched a piece of gay cinema, and I can't wait to lord it over you because they tricked me, my mom, and my cousin.
And I'm curious to figure out what happened.
I believe I've talked about this on here before.
Was it Heated Revelry?
Nope, but I don't know about that one.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Do you remember me talking about Interview with a Vampire?
Yes.
That tricked me because I didn't realize it was going to be basically one giant big gay allegory. And cool on it, right? This last movie that we watched, this is what it's called. It's called The Talented Mr. Ripley. It is a stacked
I've heard of that before.
cast. It's crazy. This is 1999, right? These are the people that are in it, right? Matt Damon is the main dude. Gwyneth Paltrow, Jude Law, Cate Blanchett, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jack Davenport, and then some people that sadly I don't really know, except Philip Baker Hall. I do know him because he played a character in a TV show. But anyway, right? You
weren't kidding. Good Lord.
It's a crazy cast. It's so crazy. But anyway, the premise to this is now, okay, I've let this off already, kind of spoiling how it went for us, because it tricked us into it being basically a giant sort of, well, maybe I could describe it a little bit more here. Oh, thank you. So the premise of it is that there's this dude, Matt Damon, right, is playing this guy who, I think the line that he says is, I'd rather be a fake somebody than a real nobody. And so he kind of sort of slips his way up the ranks from being like a dude that does the bathroom stuff. When like rich people are like washing their hands, he's giving them mints and wiping their butts or whatever they do in those, whatever that job is called. This is like a real job, but he was basically doing that, but he could also play the piano because that's like what he did. And so he randomly got a job as a piano guy and was borrowed a jacket that had like a Princeton letterhead on it. And so they were like, oh, he goes to Princeton, and he didn't say no. And that kind of snowballed into him getting a job working for this like billionaire textile dude. Oh no, a boat maker, a ship, right? Whatever you call them, guy that makes ships, right? It snowballed into him working for that dude, being sent to Europe to bring his son back because his son is just sailing around spending money and not really doing anything and needs to come back and work with the business. And so he goes out there and they find each other. And then this dude, Jude Law, is the son, who is marrying Gwyneth Paltrow. they're all like crazy young, by the way. This is 1999. This is shot like 95, 96, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Uh, Crazy. That was like before I was born. That's nuts. Anyway,
Yeah.
they weirdly they like Matt Damon's kind of like he does reveal his hand, right? And he goes like, "Yeah, I'm actually here to bring you back, but you don't want to go back, and I kind of like the money that your father is paying me to bring you back, so let's try and string your father along." And Jude Law was like, "Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I like you. You're a cool dude. Let's hang out." So they spend like a whole kind of like a month together, basically. And there's like this weird sexual tension between the two of them that steadily gets more and more until there's this scene where like Jude Law is in like a bathtub and Matt Damon's like nearby, like reading a book or something like that, trying to help him. And he's like, "I'm kind of cold. Can I get in the tub?" And Jude Law's in the tub, right? And he's like, "No."
The heck?
And then Matt Damon was like, "I didn't mean with you in it." And then he's like, "Sure you didn't." And then that, of course, comes to play later down the line when he was like, that was like a weird, well, they have this big fight, like flash forward. I don't know if you want to watch this movie, but major spoiler alert at this point going forward, because this came out of nowhere, right? To this point, I'm kind of thinking of this movie as, oh, he's like failing his way upwards and is going to get caught like laundering money, basically living a fake life. But
Yeah.
about halfway through the movie, he basically has this big it's like him and Jude Law on a like a rowboat, sort of in the middle of the ocean, or a motorboat, right? They're like enjoying the Venice Ocean or something like that, and they're having this. There's this sort of confrontational scene between the two of them, where Jude Law is like, "We should probably not be hanging out anymore. Like, I'm gonna marry this girl, Gwyneth Paltrow. You should probably leave. I think it's time we're like done." And then Matt Damon's like, uh, "I don't know how you can live a lie like this. There's clearly something going on between us. Stop pretending that you are going to marry Gwyneth Paltrow and let's do something about us." And then Jude Law's like, "Nah," and gets mad and like almost punches him, like does the like fist raise thing. There's a scuffle, and then Matt Damon murders Jude Law basically,
What the
and
fuck?
then sinks the boat and goes back to shore, and then starts living under Jude Law's character's name and pretending to be him and fabricating this scenario the entire time of him living as this guy, like sending letters to his fiance as Jude Law, sending letters to the father as himself, stringing everybody along at this point and going deeper and deeper into this hole until somebody else discovers like another possibly gay male character, because there is no confirmation that anybody in this movie is gay. And there's literally a line in there that says, officially, the stance of the Italian government is that there are no gay Italians. And one of the investigators who eventually catches up is like literally asking, like, "Are you a homosexual? Is he a homosexual? Are the two of you covering up this illicit affair that's going on?" Basically that kind of thing, right? And again, this movie had none of that. That scene, by the way, where he kills Jude Law, brutal, intense, out of nowhere. Because up until that point, we were like just vibing, right? It's like, okay, this is a little bit goofy. All right, they're having like some weird tension. That's maybe it's just like male bonding. We don't really know what's going on. And then there's that whole scene where they're like getting in the bathtub together or wanting to, and all of that stuff happens, right? And then he ends up killing this other dude to cover up his murder of the first guy, and then he ends up killing a third person way later down the line. It's just basically him turning into a gay sociopathic murderer.
What
And
the
we were just watching the
heck?
entire time going like, why wasn't this at the front of the movie? There was no warning that we were going into any of this. And it just kept getting more harrowing and more intense. And he almost got away with it, and then ends up getting seen by somebody else that he has to deal, like he had relations with in the past. And it's like he tries to murder his way out of that one, and then yeah, it's crazy. It was an insane movie, and this is like the third or fourth time that I keep referring to it as me being tricked into watching gay cinema, but it keeps happening. It happened with Interview with the Vampire. They didn't advertise it on there. They didn't advertise it on this. They didn't advertise it on, well, I don't remember what the other one was, but yeah, this keeps happening to me. And what was the one that you said?
Oh, Heated Rivalry. That one's explicitly like gay.
Oh, is it really? Well, yeah.
Yeah,
To be fair,
it's an enemies to lovers kind of deal, but it's
I
about
see.
hockey.
It's a sports one as well. Let me see.
Yeah, I
Heated
haven't seen it. I don't really have much
rivalry.
interest in it, just because, it's not
You're
my
not
cup of tea.
interested in Hollywood gay romance?
No, not too
Well,
much. Is
that's
it Hollywood?
wait, heated rivalry. I don't even see that. I see the hated rivals.
No, I don't think it's Hollywood. Heated Rivalry. It's a
Oh, it's a
television
TV show.
series. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is new.
Yeah, this came out
This is
very
like
recently.
2025. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, that's another thing. All right. I
Hmm.
don't know what it is. I have noticed a trend. Every single there. Okay, there are some exceptions, but for the
Watch what
vast
you, make
majority
sure you
of
think about what
this,
you're about to say.
exactly. All right, the vast majority of the characters that I see that are not exactly openly gay,
Mhm.
they are all no beard. None of them have a beard.
They're all
Very
twinks.
specifically, the other one does. All the regular men, all of the I don't know, straight people, right? Straight
Hmm.
men, I should say, all have beards. In Talented Mr. Ripley, I don't think a single dude had a beard in that, except for like the straight people. That's how I was
Hmm.
identifying people in my head, because there was like the father didn't have a beard, and he was like understanding and insinuating the entire time about his son's nature. We'll call it a nature,
Hmm.
right? Matt Damon, no beard. Jude Law, no beard. Jack Davenport, no beard. The Italian people that were like going, there is no such thing as homosexuality in Italy, all had beards. It's crazy. And I've seen that happen more often than once. It happened in Brokeback Mountain. Both of those two main characters, no beard. All the other male characters, beards. I don't know what's going on, but you're
I don't
breaking
know.
the
Maybe you
mold, and I'm
just
very proud of you.
me. I don't know. Maybe it's just to make it more relatable to more
I
people.
guess. I don't know
I
what's
don't
going
know.
on. These people are crazy. Like, I can't even think, off the top of my head, I cannot think of a male gay character that has a beard. To be fair, I don't really know the genre that well,
Let me
but
think. Let me think.
I was
Oh
trying
my
to think
god.
like
What's
maybe a
his
character
name?
from Stranger Things.
Not Cam. What's his name? The ginger from
You see, you're having such a problem with this.
what is his the
I
ginger
don't know
from
either.
Shut up! Modern Family. The ginger guy from Modern Family.
Oh, true. But the other guy, no beard.
She clean shaven.
50-50.
Hmm.
That does maybe go more modern then. Like
I
one
mean, it's
has a
called Modern
beard, one
Family.
doesn't have a beard. Exactly. Yeah.
I think also just
Interesting.
the age might have a play into it too.
True.
Because I mean, like if they're young adults, obviously not all most people aren't going to have a full on beard by that point.
True, but they were like 20s. I mean,
Mm,
well, yeah, I guess you're a bit of an outlier because you had a beard when you were 5.
yeah, I mean you don't have a beard yet, and you're almost
Nope.
30.
I've never been able to grow a beard.
Yeah. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I don't watch a lot of gay cinema though.
That's sort of my problem is I'm like, I don't really
Gay
know a lot of these.
cinema.
No, you look up gay characters with beards.
Oh,
Because there've got to be some. Like, I don't know, just the vast majority of them are beardless.
gay characters with beards.
Somebody
Let's
has to have done a
see.
case study breakdown. I need a YouTube mini doc about the beard washing going on in in gay
Okay.
cinema.
Well, this is not what I'm looking for.
Oh,
There's somebody had made Glamour.com has a post about here's some pop culture beards I used to pretend was something. Hold on, was straight, and I'm pretty sure they're talking about you know what a beard is, right? Sorry, a beard. Not talking about this beard, but a beard is
sure.
when there's a man and a woman in a relationship, but the woman is just the man's beard to appear straight.
Oh. I've
Yeah.
never heard that term before.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Interesting. I don't know what I thought of that as, but that makes sense. Yeah. That was
I'm trying to
basically what
figure out.
not Matt Damon's father, Jude Law's father was.
Mhm.
Except he didn't have a wife. I think his wife was dead or divorced or something like that. But yeah, he's basically just going around going like, I know what my son is like. And I know you know what my son is like because you're like what did he say? There are certain things that men will tell their male companions that they won't tell the women they're intent on marrying. Something along the lines of that. And I was like, brother, that was overt. And Gwyneth Paltrow the whole time is like totally in denial of everything that's going on and going like, yeah, Matt Damon killed him for sure. And I mean, was right, but everybody else was like, yeah, it's just it's a gay love affair. Mm-hmm.
I'm not finding let's see, because I'm just getting people who are gay and have beards, but not characters.
Yeah, because there's no representation. Maybe I'm just what is it, like prejudiced and not seeing it, or it's like I don't see
very much
color.
Could be.
Actually, all I see is color. No, it's
Hold
the
on.
opposite. It's like
Frank
I don't see any gay characters that have beards.
From Taxi on a Toilet. I don't even know what this means.
I've never even heard of Taxi on a Toilet before.
Oh, it's because it's not American, or it's not an English movie.
You know what though? In terms of that, probably I think I have seen characters in gaming or animation.
There's a lot more in animation, for
way
sure.
more in animation that have beards than don't.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I've definitely seen it, especially in gaming. So Hollywood might just be behind. Like I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I can think of some.
I'm on IMDb right now. Hold on.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this, damn it. Let's go. Let's deep dive.
See the 4 seasons.
See,
suburban couples travel together.
This is a YouTube video right here. This is this is a video essay like, hey Hollywood, knock this off. I don't know what's going on here, but y'all need to knock this off.
I don't feel like researching too much into this anymore because I have to actually look into this.
Is me researching into this is going to mean I have to watch a whole lot of what would it be called? LGBT content, I guess. I don't know what the right word for it is. What's the genre? Cosplay.
For cosplay. Let's see.
I don't have time to watch movies in general, even while I'm doing other stuff.
Lintner from Gurren Lagann.
Is that animation?
That's not a bearded person, though.
There's another one.
And he's not bearded. I need a bearded character.
Exactly.
No characters beard. I mean, Wolverine is canonically bisexual.
He does have mutton chops. Yeah. Oh, that dude from Gravity Falls. The policemen that are not they're sort of gay coded, right?
Yeah,
one of them has a beard, one of them doesn't.
Gravity
there we go again.
Falls.
All right.
Gay characters. Hold on.
They're counterbalancing each other.
He's got a mustache.
Not
but the other one does not have any facial hair.
Maybe I'm misremembering that then. Wow. Get in the comments, everybody.
Gay cartoon characters. Let's see what pops up.
Crazy. This is how talented Mr. Ripley was. I was just pointing out the fact that everybody in that movie, no beards unless you were straight. Not legal.
Why is Shigo here? Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Shigo? Oh, okay.
A history of the gay agenda in animation.
Yeah. I think they do push the boundary quite a bit more.
Still looking for beards, a lot of mustaches.
Yeah.
Excuse me. SpongeBob, why is he here? Barbie.
Why is SpongeBob there? Is that a real question?
SpongeBob is asexual at best.
He is a sponge. They do that.
259 LGBTQ characters.
All right, we got time. Let's go one by one.
Cartoons.
Scroll down till you see one with a beard. Just scroll. Just keep going till you see one.
It shows the icons of the shows, not the characters, so I don't have to click those.
That's so lame.
Hold on. Let's see. everywhere I'm looking, I do not see any. We see like different size characters. We have
True.
plus size, thin, muscular. That's cool.
Yep.
But what about the facial hair? That's what we're
No
here
facial
for.
hair. You're being discriminated against right now.
Absolutely, as a hairy black man, hairy black plus size man with a beard.
Yeah. Got to get up in arms, man. This is our fight.
Oh wait, nope, that's one with a beard and one not.
Yep.
Hold on, gay cartoon characters with beards.
Maybe what you should do is gay cartoon characters in relationships with beards.
Well, I have to find cartoon characters with beards first.
Yeah, I guess that's a tough one.
A lot of these are fan made, or just men with beards.
Yeah, like not official characters.
Yeah,
yep. That's your quest. Then time to write something in.
I am not going to sit here and do this. What do you mean?
No. I mean like future content. One
Who's
character.
the gayest cartoon character that doesn't mention that he is gay? Oh, that's just him. Him has like a goatee.
Who's
from
him?
Powerpuff Girls?
I don't even know that character.
You don't know him?
Nah.
Look up him, Powerpuff Girls. Now!
Okay, fine. This is the last thing we're gonna do. Him, PPG.
Cartoon characters, facial hair. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, that
he's got a beard or a goatee.
He does. That kind of counts. Yeah, this is just what do you call it? What are they called? Drag queens? Is that the correct term for them?
Oh, fair. I don't know if him's a drag queen, but him is definitely fabulous.
Look at the picture.
I know what him looks like.
That first picture of him.
I think the whole point of
thigh high stockings. I don't know. I think it's a skirt.
That could just be his style, John. Don't assume.
He looks like he's wearing makeup.
So what? Gay men wear makeup without being in drag.
That's true. I am just. I don't know this character visually.
How did we get here?
That's exactly what he looks like. I've never seen an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, but him would fit on there well.
Hold on, I wonder if anybody did him yet. RuPaul Drag
That would be
Race.
crazy.
Him.
Is that what they do on that show? I thought they did not cosplay stuff, but like
I don't watch RuPaul's Drag Race either, but I know they do like themed things.
Cool. Okay.
Let's see.
This is a crazy way for this episode to end.
Hey, it's fine. We support the LGBT, the legitimities, as my brother calls them.
God. You see, yeah. I'm actively watching content designed for the LGBT.
Now you just need to watch gay graphic content. Okay, bye.
Yeah, God Almighty.